Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. And this lesson we're doing the areas of plane shapes, okay? And in this lesson we'll be learning about triangles. So at this point, I'd remind you to set the video to play in 1080p HD. Very important that you do so. And as the lesson progresses, if you have any issues at all, anything comes up as unclear, please feel free to get in touch. Okay, you can do so via the course dashboard. Okay, let's jump right into the lesson. So, areas of plane shapes, areas of triangles. I believe we're all familiar with what triangles are. Okay, three-sided shapes, and we could be asked to find the area of a triangle. Okay, and there are different ways we can actually find the area of a triangle, and basically these depend on what we're given to work with. Okay, and the most common one, basically we could be asked to find the area of a triangle with its base and perpendicular height given. Okay, so it's this simple one, the normal one, the one everybody's familiar with. Basically you have the base, the horizontal base of the triangle given, and the vertical perpendicular height given as well. And basically to find the area of this triangle, you simply go half base times height. Simple. Let's move on. Now, you could also find a situation where you're asked to find the area of a triangle with two sides of the triangle given and an angle as well. So you have two sides and an angle given, okay? And the triangle will look like this. So you have two sides, A and B, and the angle between them, okay? Very important. It's always the angle between the two sides, okay? So the angle between A and B, the angle between them given as theta. And in this case, you have the area of the triangle equals half AB sine theta. So basically you say half multiplied by the first side, multiplied by the second side, multiplied by the sine of the angle between them. Simple. Let's move on. Now, the third situation you can experience is one where you're asked to find the area of a triangle with three sides given. So you have the three sides of the triangle given, and you're asked to find the area of the triangle. So a triangle like this, you have A, B, and C, the three sides of the triangle. And to find the area of this triangle, you make use of something called Heron's formula. Make use of Heron's formula, and Heron's formula is actually in two parts. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to find S. Okay, and I think S is called the semi-perimeter of the triangle, but then you pretty much just find the perimeter of the triangle, i.e. add all three sides of the triangle and divide by 2. Okay, and once you found S, you then use this to solve for the area, and the area is the square root of S multiplying the difference of S and all the other and all the other sides of the triangle pretty much. So you have S multiplying S minus A multiplying S minus B multiplying S minus C. It's a very simple formula. There really isn't much to it. And yeah, these are the three forms you can experience when you're solving for the area of a triangle. Now let's go ahead and solve some examples. So I have this example here. I have example 1. And example 1 says find the area of the triangle below. Okay, so we have a very simple triangle. The base is 8 and the perpendicular height is 5. Okay, and then basically the first thing we need to do here is we need to identify the relevant formula. We have a base and a height. Area equals half base times height. Okay, and then we can identify our parameters. Draw out our parameters. We have that our base is 8 centimeters and our height is 5 centimeters, and we can then go ahead and impute these into our formula. And basically what we have is A equals 1 over 2 times 8 times 5. Okay, and then we end up with A as 20 centimeters squared. It's that simple. There is really isn't much to it. We just need to make use of a formula and then impute the necessary values into said formula. Now let's do another example. Now example 2. And example 2 says, okay, this one looks interesting. It says if the area of the triangle below is 30 centimeters squared, so for theta, okay, and in this case we've been given two sides and an angle. Okay, we've actually been given the area of the triangle, but we've been asked to solve for the angle. But in this case, we know that the triangle is working with two sides and an angle, i.e. we will need to make use of the second formula. Okay, and just like we did in the first example, first thing we need to do is identify the relevant formula, and we have that A equals half AB sine theta. Okay, because we have two sides and an angle between them. All right, and the area of this triangle equals half AB sine theta. Now, next thing we want to do is we want to identify our parameters. The first thing we have the area in this case is 30 centimeters squared. Side A is 10 centimeters. Side B is 12 centimeters, and theta is what we're looking for. Okay, so we can go ahead and say A 30 equals half times 10 times 12 times sine theta. Okay, we make sine theta subject to formula in this case, and what we have is we have 2 times 30 divided by 10 times 12. Okay, and then sine theta is 60 over 120. We have that sine theta equals 0.5, and to find theta we simply find the sine inverse of 0.5, and what we end up with is 30 degrees. Very simple. Okay, really isn't much to it. Okay, let's do one final example. Okay, example 3. And example 3 says using Heron's formula, okay, find the area of the triangle below. Okay, so we're going to apply Heron's formula here because we've been given three sides of a triangle. Okay, so how would we approach this? Now, step 1, our relevant formulas. Okay, because we're working with Heron's formula, and I told you Heron's formula is in two parts. So we have that S equals A plus B plus C divided by 2, and then using S you have that A equals root of S multiplying S minus A multiplying S minus B multiplying S minus C. Okay, so let's bring out our parameters. We have that A is 6 cm, B is 8 cm, and C is 10 centimeters. And we think we can go ahead and find S now, and we have that S equals 10 plus 6 plus 8 divided by 2. Okay, 10 plus 6 is 16, 16 plus 8 is 24. If you divide it by 2 you have 12. Okay, and now that we found S, we can go ahead and solve for A, and A equals S multiplying S minus A multiplying S minus B multiplying S minus C. So we have 12 times 12 minus 6 times 12 minus 8 times 12 minus 10. Okay, and when we solve, what we have in the brackets, we have that 12 minus 6 is 6, 12 minus 8 is 4, 12 minus 10 is 2. So we have 12 times 6 times 4 times 2, and when you multiply all of that out you have 576, and you find the square root of 576, and you have your answer as 24. Okay, so that will be it for this lesson. That's the end of this lesson. Very simple, very short lesson. The area of triangles, and yeah, bye for now.